Hi parents, this is Miss Jewel and I wanted to talk to you about our virtual learning next week. So everyone should have received a white packet that looks like this that I sent home on Friday. So let me go over exactly what's inside the packet so you'll know what we'll be doing this week. So when you open up your packet, the first thing you will see is our math workbook. We will be using this every day, our math workbook. The next thing you will see is our writing journal. We will be using our writing journal Monday through Thursday, but not on Friday. And then you will have your ABC training camp journal. Mine is not bound, but your students will have a black binder on it. So it will look like this because we'll be doing letters D, E, F, and G this week. And it has pictures of superheroes on the front. So we will be using these pretty much each day. The next items I labeled for you to make it a little bit easier. So on Monday, when we learn about D, in addition to your superhero training camp journal, you will also be doing the letter D book, my little D book, a D review where you will look and identify what starts with the beginning sound of D to cut and paste. So they will need scissors and glue for this. And our word of the day. Every day we'll have a different word that we're working on. And Monday we'll be working on the color word blue. B-L-U-E spells blue. The students are probably familiar with that. So we'll be working on the color blue. And then our poem of the week sheet is attached to that. So these are the things that we will be doing on Monday, in addition to the things I showed you earlier. Then on Tuesday, it should look like this. Same things for E, plus the E sorting sheet, and then the color R-E-D, red. Then Wednesday will be the letter F, and Thursday, same thing. And then on Friday, we'll look a little bit different because we will be reviewing the letters. So I've included with Friday is a puzzle that you can be working on to match. So you're gonna look for F, and you're gonna find the pictures that start with the F to match in that puzzle, like fish. See how it matches together perfectly. And Friday is the review day. So after you do the puzzle, also be a review book and review sheets to work on for our phonics and language arts on Friday. So as well as science, I have it labeled science. And then in the last section, I have some games for you to work on. So each day you will be able to watch a video of me teaching that day's lesson. So you don't have to worry about these sheets too much. During the video, I will say, okay, students, let's look at what's in your Monday packet, and that's what I'm talking about. Or if I say, let's look at what's in your Tuesday packet, that's exactly what I'm talking about. But as the week goes on, they will need to have all these things close by for the writing journals, their superhero journal, and their math workbooks that we'll be working on. Okay, so next I would like to go over with you some of the games that I sent home. That is at the very end of your packet because I would love for you to be working on these learning games all week long with your whole family. Anyone can join in for fun. So my daughter will be joining in with me for the games so I can show you a little bit more about them. So the first game is bingo. For bingo, I've had a bag of M&Ms or Skittles that you will use to cover up each spot as we call out, find something that starts with that letter. If you don't have any candy or M&Ms or Skittles, then go out in your yard and collect a bag of rocks to place on top each one. Or maybe you can use pennies, if you have pennies, to place on each one. So let me show you how this game of bingo will work. My daughter's gonna play the bingo game with me. So she's gonna pick out a bingo sheet and I will pick out a bingo sheet. I have a bag to cover up the correct answers, and she has a bag as well. So each person has a set of cards. So we'll take these cards and we'll turn them upside down on the table like this. So we have them upside down on the table, and we'll draw the card. So I will go first. And so now I want to decide watermelon. What sound do I hear at the beginning of watermelon? So I'm going to say it starts with a W for Willie Weasel. Now I'm going to look on my board, and she's going to look on her board, and we're going to see if we can find the W. So I'm going to go ahead and put one on the free space, and then I'm going to put another one on my W. All right, now her turn to draw. What is that?
Octopus.
Octopus. What is the beginning sound for octopus?
O.
O. All right, so if we have O, we're going to put it right here. O. Okay, now it's back to my turn. I'm going to draw a card. Ooh. I'm going to guess that this is a gorilla. It could be an ape, but I'm going to say gorilla. So G for gorilla. Let's see if I can find a G. There's a G. X-ray. Okay, let's see if we have X-ray that we can cover up. X-ray. Do you have an X on your card?
Yes, ma'am.
I do not believe I have an X on my card. Do you see an X?
Mm-mm.
So I don't see an X, so I do not have an X. So next card I will go hamburger. Hamburger. So that starts with the H. So I'm going to look for an H. There it is. So as we continue playing the game, and the way bingo works is the first person to get 5 in a row or 5 diagonal will be the winner. So let's look right here. If I filled in this one, and this one, this would be 5 diagonal across. And when I get that many, I would say bingo. Or for your side, if you were to get 5 in a row, 5 up and down, or 5 in a row, then what will you say?
Bingo.
Bingo. And the first person to bingo wins the game. The next set of games have a sticky note on it that say cut and match games. So I have matching and cutting the ABC lowercase and uppercase letters, as well as cutting and matching the numbers on the next set of games. The number ones look like this. There's 3 parts. So you can choose to cut them out yourself, parents, or if your child needs extra practice with fine motor activities, they can cut too very carefully around here and then here. So let's see. I cut out for the number 6. You can see how I carefully cut on the line. So as we are, actually it goes this way. So as we are looking at numbers, we're learning to recognize the tens frames. So you can see that 6 is 5 and then 1 more for 6. And then 1-to-1 counting, where they will actually count the stars, where they will know this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So when these are jumbled up with the other number cards on your table or on your floor, you can play different matching games. You can see who can match the most, or you can see who can match it the fastest, or you can just time your child to see how long it takes them to match each time through. The next game I want to show you is inside your math workbook. Inside, I put a game board either on blue or purplish paper, and there's a game board on both sides. So on our WebEx that we have on Tuesday, we will be playing together as a class the game board as well to see if you want to join in on our WebEx, then you can play this game. So I have a helper that's going to help me. So you need dice. You should have dice inside of your pencil pouch that I sent home with you. And look for the starting line. So we're going to start on the one that has a picnic basket here with some pie and watermelon. And the starting line is right here, start. It's kind of hard to see. And then it ends up here at the cloud. So we're going to start there, and you'll take turns rolling the dice. So we both have our pieces right here where it says start near the picnic basket. And our aim is to get here to the cloud. That is the end. So I'm going to roll first. I'm going to take my dice and I'm going to roll it. And I'm going to count how many I see on top. So I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to move my piece 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So when I land here, in order for me to stay, I have to be able to name this number and do this many exercises. So that number is 6. So now I'm going to do 6 exercises. So you can do push-ups, jumping jacks, windmills, sit-ups, whatever exercise you choose, even running in place that many times. So I'm going to do jumping jacks. Here we go. 6. Okay. I get to stay on the number 6. Your turn.
Okay. 1.
1. What number is that?
3.
And then count while you do it. My turn again. I'm going to roll. Keep moving. 1, 2, 3. It's 4. And I'm going to do 4 exercises. And we'll keep playing until the first person to get to the end is the winner of this game. On the other side of this game board, we have another game. This game is very similar to the game we just played. We start right here where the pencils are, and we end here at the finish line with the little girl at her desk. So this game's a little bit more fun because the apples mean you get to go again. So if you land on an apple, you get to roll again. And there's also a couple little arrows. If you land on number 10, then you have to go back to 8. And if you land on the 7, then you get to advance to 10. So some little shortcuts on this game. So the same way I'll start, roll my dice. So I've got 3. So I'm going to go 3 places. 1, 2, 3. So now a variation of this game, I can name the number and do that many exercises, or I can name the number and count to that number. So we're going to do the next variation of the game without the exercises but the counting. So that's 7, and I'm going to count to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I get to stay there. Okay, next. Okay, 1.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right. This time I get to go. Oh, 1. So I go up. My number's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And other than just counting, if you want to do something like just jump 8 times, anything to reinforce or count to 8 with your fingers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, anything to reinforce being able to know that number and to be able to count that number would be great for this game. So I hope you enjoy these 2 game mats and are able to play these learning games at your home. So I want to remind you, so if I was to land here on the apple, then after my turn, I get another turn, and then I get to go again. 1, 2, 3. And I'll say 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 before the next person.
And if I were to land here on 10, then I would have to move back here. Or same with 7, but I would go up to 10.
That's right. Okay, so the first one to the finish line is the winner. You have to come up with some good prizes in your house for the winner. Maybe you can come up with something around your house. So I hope you are able to enjoy these games with your family just to reinforce learning this week as you have a wonderful time of learning at home during this virtual learning. The last thing I want to show you is that we will be having class group meetings where we're live all at the same time under WebEx. Unfortunately, our devices did not come in on time. We still haven't received them yet. So if you have a smart device, an iPad or a phone, a tablet, even a computer, if you will look for this under your app store, it's called Cisco WebEx Meeting. If you type in WebEx, it should pull up. And if you can download the Cisco WebEx Meeting app, then you can access our meetings. It's a lot like Zoom, if you've heard of Zoom, or if you have older children, then you're probably familiar with WebEx that they used last year. Once you're able to download the WebEx app, then it will look very similar to this on your device. And if you click on it, then it'll take you to your meeting room and you will join your meeting. And when it goes to joining, I will be giving you a meeting number or a URL for our daily meetings. We will be having WebExes each day at 10 a.m. We'll be doing that Monday, 10 a.m., Tuesday at 10 a.m. Now, Wednesday, I'm putting to be announced because I want to make sure that 10 a.m. is a time that will work with most of you. If you're like me, you probably have children in your household that have WebEx meetings going on as well. And I know most teachers at Ambler are having their WebEx meetings from 8:30, 9, 9:15. So I did not want to interfere with older children's WebEx times. So I've changed our times to 10 a.m. And we're going to try that on Monday and Tuesday. Then if that time is still good, we'll continue it the rest of the week. If that time doesn't work for you, just let me know and I will go with the majority, the consensus of the majority in our class, and we will make that time at a different time for you to be able to join in. Now, you are counted present as long as you attend a WebEx meeting or you complete the classwork. That is how I do attendance. So this is the schedule that I'm emailing out for this virtual week. This is our schedule for virtual week for next week. Now, I do not expect your child to do this all in one sitting. I would like for you to do it similar to what we do in our classroom. If you sit down whenever you get up or after our WebEx meeting, whatever's the best time for you, and start with our reading, language arts, and our writing section. Do your superhero training camp in letter D. There'll be a video to go along with that. Then work on your letter D, your journal, your training camp book, and our daily poem. Then take a break. Maybe a recess break, a lunch break, then come back later after lunch to do the math video. We'll count to 100 every day and we'll work on our math workbook pages for the afternoon. And then I explained to you earlier about the extras, about cut and match puzzles and math games, things for you to work on with your children at your own pace. So our Monday schedule is 10 a.m., a live WebEx where we will do our morning meeting. Then at your convenience, work on letter D. There will be a video for that you can watch at your convenience to work on these things. Then later in the day, at your convenience, work on the math activities. For Tuesday, same thing. There will be a live WebEx at 10. We'll actually be playing our math game together if there's time. Then I would like for you to work on letter E at your convenience. Take a break, take a rest. I have enrichment activities in science as we talk about the life cycle of an apple. And then afternoon, after lunch, do the math activity. And Tuesday's math activity will be workbook 191 through 194. So that is basically how our schedule will go every day. Wednesday we'll do letter F. Thursday, letter G, and then Friday we will be reviewing all the letters as well as finishing up with the math workbook, pages 207 and 210. Please let me know if you have any questions or any concerns. I will be available to help you at any time during the week. Before I go, parents, I understand every child is on a different level. So you may be thinking, what if this is too hard for my child? What if my child is having a hard time with this? Well, I want to make sure that you can give your child frequent breaks Also, offer your child incentives. Maybe even set a timer, your kitchen timer, and say, work on it for this long, and then we're going to take a break. Parents, you may be thinking, this might be too easy for my child. My child knows all their letters and their sounds. Well, this superhero training camp is the foundation for all of our future learning and reading and writing that we will be doing this year. So I want to make sure your child knows these letters, the sounds, and the motions to go with these sounds very fluently. Fluently means thinking fast. When they see a D, D, they know it instantly, that they can tell the difference. D is for deer, but they're also recognizing D in other parts of words, like D as in card. I hear the D in card. So as we continue to learn, we're going to be pushing them to the next level with fluency, with recognizing them, with being able to form it as we learn to write and segment sounds to make words.